Hey dudes and dudettes, today's video is a throwback tag video. Why? Because today's Thursday and people do Throwback Thursday and I've never done a tag video and they seem like a lot of fun, so here we go. What year were you born in? What year?
Her 2 kids in high school, they tell her that she's uncool, cause she's still preoccupied with 1985.
That's right, the best year. Do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? Yeah, I've got some pictures of when I was younger. For some reason, I decided to keep every single student ID I've ever received from 6th grade all the way through 12th grade in high school. So I guess I can do a couple of those. Here is 6th grade me, 7th grade me, 8th grade me, 9th grade me, 10th grade me, 11th grade me, finally 12th grade me. And for added measure, I do still have my junior license from when I was 16. Glad I grew out of that bowl cut. What TV shows did you grow up watching? I grew up watching 90s Nicktoons, and I loved every single one of them. Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, Doug, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, and my all-time favorite was Rocket Power. Show a video of yourself when you were younger. When I was a teenager, I learned how to skateboard, and me and my best friend Jared used to go and make these skate videos at a skate park that doesn't even exist anymore. It's called Starting Gate. So if I can dredge up some of that footage, maybe I can show you some of that. Go.
Conan's working on his 3rd day or so on skateboard. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. On the film. Oh, I only got the tail end of that. Oh, this one looks serious. Okay. Yeah. Justin is the oldest kid here. In physical age.
What did you want to be when you grew up, and do you still want to be that? This may sound kind of dumb, but when I was a kid, I really wanted to grow up to be a teacher. So that's kind of what I went to university for. I have a bachelor's degree in English, and the job I have now I absolutely love. It's like definitely a dream job, but it kind of fell into my lap by accident, and I pursued it. I didn't know it was my dream job until I kind of got it, or pursued it, or actually kind of saw it as an option. But I can still fall back on teaching if this touring photographer for a rock band doesn't pan out. What were your favorite toys to play with? My favorite toys? When I was a kid, I played with a lot of action figures. Mostly my brothers. I was a mean kid. I used to steal my little brother's action figures all the time. Sorry, Todd. Mostly because he got the coolest ones. I was the middle child, so I had hand-me-down a lot of things, including toys. So we had like, Ninja Turtles, wrestlers. We even had like the little wrestling ring, all that stuff. What's the most embarrassing thing you can remember doing? The most embarrassing thing I can remember doing was probably a sophomore year in high school. I don't know why I did it. It was kind of a joke, I guess. In America, it's infrequent for men to join the field hockey team, and that's what I did. It started off as a joke in health class. The gym teacher was just like, hey, you fall down a lot in gym, so why don't you come be my goalie for field hockey? And I was like, sure. She was like, okay, cool. How do we go from here? So I showed up, I played, and I was actually pretty good for never having played the sport before. I think I held my own. In the long run, I guess it kind of toughened me up because I was bullied a lot as a kid, so that kind of just drew a big target on my back. In hindsight, it actually toughened me up at a younger age. So the fact that I brought more heat on myself was just kind of like when the regular heat came, it was like, I didn't care. But I only played for 1 season. I didn't rejoin. Name 3 songs you loved to listen to as a kid. 3 songs I loved to listen to as a kid. That's hard. My music goes all over the place. It goes from Metallica to the Spice Girls. And when I was a kid, I was a huge fan of both. So Sad But True by Metallica, I listened to a lot. I love that song. I think Too Much. No, Stop by the Spice Girls was probably my favorite. And then I listened to a lot of punk pop too. There's a song by Newfound Glory that I love. It's called Sunny. It's on the Sticks and Stones record. Yeah, I think those 3 I listened to a lot. What was one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween when you were younger? I honestly, for the life of me, can't remember anything that I dressed up as when I was a kid for Halloween, but as a university student, I definitely had some pretty killer costumes. Freshman year in college, I went as Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Sophomore year, I went as Dr. House MD. It was an awesome costume. I loved it. I had everything. I had the Nike shoes, I had the flame cane, I had the bottle of Vicodin. It said Greg House on it. I had his name badge. I mean, it was an awesome costume. I was really proud of that. Tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were young. Yeah, I honestly can't think of a funny story when I was little. I don't remember I think I'm gonna skip this question. Are there any special things you've kept from when you were a child? Yeah, there's a couple of things I've kept over the years. A lot of it's still at my parents' house, but some of it made the move down here with me to Florida, so I still have like my bib. Don't know why I have that still, but that's lingering around. I also still have my lunchbox, so yeah, I was a badass kid. Spider-Man. What was something weird you used to do as a child? Something weird I used to do when I was a kid? God, I was just a weird kid. I'm still a weird dude. I'm a weird person. So everything I did when I was a kid, I was weird. What's the scariest thing you remember happening to you when you were younger? One of the scariest things I can remember doing when I was younger. I grew up really, really close to New Jersey, like Northeast Pennsylvania. So if you go to weirdnewjersey.com, I'm not sure if it still exists, but there's like a list of like haunted places you can go to in North Jersey. And as kids, we used to go up there. Like we used to drive out to like abandoned mental hospitals just to like scare each other. Like, I don't know why we did it. I guess that's a weird thing I used to do too, but we did it a lot. We thought it was fun to spook each other, but I guess we were just trying to check off the entire list. I can't remember that we actually did, but maybe I'll go back. How is the world different from how it was like when you were a child? It's kind of a deep question, right? The world is really different now than from when I was a kid. Everything's different. I remember when phones were attached to the wall. Like I remember getting internet in my house. Like I remember dial-up, and that was like a big deal. We had to like have a family meeting. My dad sat us all down like, listen, we're gonna get internet because it's like the new thing and it's not gonna go away. He was like very in tune that it was gonna stick around. But I remember AOL Instant Message, but I kind of feel like, well, I'm almost 30 now, so like when you get to that age, you start reminiscing and you start realizing, wow, high school was 10 years ago. And that kind of hits you hard. And I guess I can quote my dad on this. He's like, you don't understand, but one day you will. And he used to say that to me when I was a kid all the time. I'm starting to understand. And I guess that's just kind of a growing pain that we all have to go through eventually. Well, that's it for my Throwback Thursday tag video. Thanks for watching. This is a tag video, so I'd like to tag a couple of people. I'd like to tag two of my closest best friends, Bryarly and Kay. And I'd also like to tag two new people. I don't really know them that well, and I guess I'd kind of like to know them a little more. So I'd also like to tag AliSunRae and Panikann. All of their channels are absolutely fantastic. I highly suggest you go over and check out all of those, and please subscribe because they inspire me. And I hope they inspire you. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.